Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll be testing out the two new gems which is free to play and budget friendly, the Eye of the Unyielding and Viper's Bite. I realized I had an alt account, and even if my main account is broke, I can use my alt account to test these two gems. So I'll be testing these two gems simultaneously, and after the testing, I'll be showing you the best legendary gems setup for the damage over time builds, the DOT builds. Without any delay, first we'll be testing out the Viper's Bite gem. It says damaging enemy poisons them with Viper's Venom, causing them to take 20% base damage plus 120 damage over 6 seconds and cannot occur to the same target more often than once in every 20 seconds. Basically, when you deal damage, you will also poison the enemy. So if you see this dummy here, and you can see on the top there is the health of the dummy. Over there you will see a green icon of Viper's Bite, means the dummy has been poisoned, and you can see the duration of the poison effect. Also, for this test, I'll be keeping my resonance at 300 throughout this test, right? So first, let's see how much damage we are doing from Viper's Bite, and I'll use my disintegrate, and you can see there's a green icon on top, and that means that is the Viper's Bite, and the test is done. So we can see the Viper's Bite did 28.8k damage and disintegrate. So basically this is approx 9% of the total damage from my disintegrate, and that keep this number in mind because we'll need this later. 28.8k, this is the damage from Viper's gem, which is I think pretty decent for a 2-star, for a rank 2 gem. Now we will be testing the new Eye of the Unyielding. It says continual damage done is increased by 7% and continual damage taken is reduced by 1%. So first question here comes is continual damage is 7%. If we compare it with Pain Clasp, it says increased damage dealt by 10% to enemies suffering from continual damage effect. So continual damage effect and continual damage are two separate things in this game. Pain Clasp is going to boost the enemy who is affected with continual damage effect, which is the bleed, the poison, the fire burn. These things are, or the sleeping bile effect. These things are continual damage effect. However, for continual damage means anything which is over time. For example, this ray of frost, it is going to deal damage for 6 seconds. This is a continual damage. So a question arises, will this gem is going to boost continual damage effect, basically poison? So we have Viper's Bite here, and we can see if Viper's Bite damage is going to be increased by this gem. Keep in mind, in earlier the test, none of the gem is doing damage. These are all, like, these are two defensive gem. This is Chip of the Stone Flesh. So none of the gem is doing damage. Only damage is done by Viper's Bite. So let's see how this gem is going to increase the damage, and if it is going to increase the damage of Viper's Bite or not. So keep these numbers in mind, 28 and 290, right? So we'll refresh this and we'll see now. Viper's Bite is active, and also the fire damage, and let's see, that was 28.9 and now we have 36.4k. so basically this continual damage gem has not not only increased the Viper's Bite, the poison effect, it has also increased my ray of frost damage, because keep in mind the resonance is kept at same. I mean, the disintegrate damage has also increased, and legendary gem damage has also increased. So we can say that this gem is going to increase damage for both continual damage and continual damage effect. The debuff is called the effect, right? The one which is one which Pain Clasp is activating on. So in this way, you saw both the gem at work. You saw that it went from it is doing approx 9% damage of my disintegrate damage, which is I think a good damage from just a rank 2 gem. So finally, one more thing that remains to check of Viper's Bite is that it is going to apply to one person or to multiple person. and without any cooldown. So the description says cannot occur on the same target more often than once every 20 seconds. So if the target is different, it is going to apply it immediately. There is 100% chance. There is no chance like sleeping bile that there is a 4% chance, nothing like that. So if there's a bunch of mobs, it is going to apply to every one of them. I'll show this, demonstrate this at a later part of the video. Now coming to the second part of the video is the synergy. Recently, Blizzard has changed the way these debuff is going to affect the players on Battleground, and players can heal if they are poisoned. Earlier, if they were poisoned, they could not heal until the effect was over. Now, during the effect, they can heal. But with that nerf, after that nerf, they also introduced these two gems, Eye of the Unyielding and Viper's Bite, which has boosted the damage of the DOT effects. So, in one way it has been nerfed, but in other ways the damage has been increased. So in this video now I'm going to show you the best setup for increasing the DOT effect, the debuff effect, right? So first is the pain clasp, obviously, because if a target is hit by these poison or bleed or something like that, the pain clasp is going to trigger and you are going to deal more damage. At rank 10 this is 24% more damage. So the Viper's Bite is going to be affected by Pain Clasp as well as the Eye of the Unyielding. There's another gem you can use here, is the Everlasting Torment. This inflicts agony. Your critical hits inflict agony. This is also a debuff, and this the damage from critical these Everlasting Torment is also going to be increased by my Pain Clasp and this Eye of the Unyielding. So both of these gems are going to be buffed by these two gems, and overall your damage is going to be pretty high. I can demonstrate this right now. We'll just make this again 300 resonance. I'll remove this gem. We are back to 300 resonance, and now you will see it is 36.4k, right? So let's see now effect of the both gems, and I'll use Disintegrate. And you can see on top there is both the gems are activated, and Everlasting Torment and Viper's Bite. And now you can see it is 49.7k, and the percentage of damage has gone from 9 to 13. So this is with just a rank 3 Everlasting Torment. Now suppose so you just saw this synergy. The damage from gems have increased a lot, 3%, 3 to 4%. 4% is a lot, and it is only going to increase as you increase the rank of these gems. Finally, in this gem setup, if you also have Sleeping Bile, right, maybe at rank 3, 4, whatever it is, you are going to get one more DOT effect. So just imagine that this chip of the Stoneflesh is Sleeping Bile. So Sleeping Bile, Poison Venom, and Everlasting Torment, all these three go together. Plus you have the Pain Clasp and Eye of the Unyielding. All 5 of these gems has amazing synergy, and these just boost each other, and your damage is going to scale up really high. All this is good only if you are using Banquet of Eyes set, in my opinion, because if you are not using Banquet of Eyes, you are not going to get the full value, and the full effect of these gems and this debuff effect. So only when you are using the 2-piece Banquet, or maybe 6-piece is even better for completely of DOT based setups, it is going to be very, very good. Like Banquet of Eyes like Banquet of Eyes says, damage dealt to enemies suffering from your continual damage effects increased by 15%. So if you have these 3 gems, any enemy you hit, I think most of the time it is either going to be affected by Viper's Bite or Everlasting Torment or Sleeping Bile, and thus you are going to be having always this 15% damage buff. And if you even have the 6-piece of this, you can apply to you will go to a Poison Rage, and you are going to do a big burst damage. So if you are someone who is already using Pain Clasp and Everlasting Torment, because a lot of people have been using this, I think adding these 2 gems is a good option for increasing damage, if you want more damage in your build. So it all depends on what type of character, how you want to make your build, because there's damage, there's survivability, there's CC, everything is in the game. So depend what type of character you want to build. If you want a very high damage, I think these two gems are really good addition to the existing Plain Clasp and the Everlasting Torment gem, and obviously with Sleeping Bile, and of course the Banquet of Ice set. So together these 6 things, if you use in your character, I think it is going to do a lot of damage. Now like I said, I was just going to show you the Viper's Bite is going to affect everyone and not just only one enemy. We can just test this out in a bunch of mobs. So we are here at this Ashworld Symmetry, and whenever a person is affected by this Viper's Bite, he is turned green, the enemy, I mean the mobs, and you will see that everyone is going to be green now. If they survive, you can see they are all green, right? I hope you can see this. They are all green color, means they have all the poison. Everyone has the poison. I can again show you, like see, everyone has the burn and the green effect, means they are poisoned. So it is going to apply to everyone, and not just the cooldown is for per person and not overall. So I think that concludes the test of the new gems, 1-star and the 2-star. And I've already tested the new 5-star gem. I'll link to that video in the top right corner, so you can go and check that later if you want to. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing if you like the content of the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.